everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Jimmy Tries. This is Jimmy Tries Rising Worlds. This was developed by JIW, and it's got some good ideas behind it, so I thought it was definitely worth bringing this game to your attention and showing you some gameplay of it, because there's not actually that much of it out there at the moment. Full disclaimer before this video begins, I got a review copy of this game, so it's free of charge, but obviously that doesn't affect my opinion of this game in any way. Okay, so what is this game? It's kind of a bit like Minecraft. I don't know if they'll love me for saying that or not, but it is quite similar to Minecraft in a lot of respects, but it obviously looks a lot better and runs pretty well too on my hardware. Fraps, I hate Fraps with an absolute passion, and it is not running this game very well at all. I'm getting about 25 frames, but normally I'd get about 90, so I don't know if something wrong with my frap settings, I don't know. But you do the standard sort of thing in this game. You collect some resources and you craft them into things, and you develop and you grow and you become amazing. So let's have a look. The inventory is accessed by pressing the I button, and this is sort of the basic inventory at the moment. This is in early access, so we've got to stress. So obviously not everything is finished yet. And then obviously you've got a crafting menu as well, which works a little bit like the Xbox version of Minecraft, where you don't, make the pattern of the resources to make the item, but it's just as long as you have the resources, you can make the stuff. So first thing to do, as in any game like this, we've got to cut down some trees. We've got to get some wood. That is the essential of this game. And I'll just show you a few gameplay basics, and I'll show you a bit of crafting, and I'll show you a bit of mining, and I'll show you a bit of the combat as well. Before let's watch out for this. There we are. First major difference from other games like this, as you can see, is the trees actually falling down, which is lovely. So yeah, we'll show you all the basic aspects of the game before this video ends. Don't worry, in this video Jimmy tries, and you can make up your own minds whether you think this game looks like a game for you or not. One of the things that confused me when I first played this game is it is F to pick things up off the ground, so don't let that throw you, because it threw me quite dramatically. Got very confused by that. But all these controls are rebindable, they're all customizable in the options menu, which is surprisingly well fleshed out actually. Let's see which way this tree falls. Okay, it's just going to fall there and not actually do anything. Perfect. So you can see in the settings, a lot of graphics options. Separate audio sliders, always good, and lots of control settings and customization coming very soon as well. So that's good. They've looked like they've done that quite well. And I do like this whole. It's a little bit slow at the moment, collecting resources, to be honest, especially wood. But I do quite like the way you have to chop up your tree into little logs. Look at that! Wow, how brilliant is that? Pretty cool physics, you got to say. And it looks good. It looks really good, I think, this game. Looks kind of how it needs to look. It doesn't need to look much better than this, to be honest, because obviously people, not everyone has the hardware to run a spectacular looking game, and that you can do that as well, which is great. Okay. Apart from the great physics there, which weren't that great, just floating in the air. I mean, these pretty muddy textures up close, like you can see these leaves on the screen at the moment. But it's early access. I don't think it's a priority. Graphical glitches are definitely something to work on, but I don't think graphics necessarily are a main concern of a game like this. And it does look good from a distance. So we'll just collect this last bit of lumber, and then we'll have a little explore, try and have a look at the local wildlife. At the moment, I swear a log just fell down there. There we are, and one down here too. Superb. Let's get our pickaxe out, and let's go have a little look around. At the moment, you can see at the bottom right, we've got hunger and we've got thirst. At the moment, they haven't actually implemented those yet. They've got the icons working, and whoa, hello. Okay, we don't want to go this way. Let's, where should we go? Should we go this way? Yeah, let's go this way. I'll just climb up. Yeah, they haven't got the hunger and thirst working yet as part of the survival game, but they said that's coming very soon. They seem to be updating this game fairly regularly. A couple of weeks ago was when it was last updated, and they're pretty active on the forums, so they seem to be quite good in that respect. Let's just find somewhere nice to settle for the night. I'm not quite sure. I was hoping there'll be something over the crest of this hill. If not, then we'll settle in this valley. But there's our first bit of the wildlife. There's a goat. Of course, when you see an animal in a game like this, one must take it down instantly. There we are. We did well there, actually. And as you hopefully will be able to see, if I can get into the... how do I get into this menu? There. Get into the inventory menu. Unfortunately, there's no food yet that gets dropped because they haven't implemented hunger or anything yet. But, you know, never mind. We'll hide the body. You know, we don't want any evidence of our crimes. But this is on the way. So, as always with an early access game, you should only buy this game if you either want to support it, you think it's a fantastic idea, or you want to play the game as it is now. And obviously you can make up your own minds by the end of this video if that's something that you want to do. I personally think it's better than most of the indie games out there! Shit. Well, that was a tumble, wasn't it? Okay. That wasn't so great. We can get out of here, don't worry, it's fine. We can show you some of the mining while we're at it. And health. Look, it's got a health system. Oh, how do we get out of here? Crikey. Let's get some wood. Oh, it looks like I've broken a bone, judging by the bottom right. That's a absolute disaster, isn't it? So, let's see. Wood and... not wood, sorry. Stone and... this looks like a penis growing out of the ground, that's fine. Stone and mud are collected... Oh, God, how do I get out of here? Let's just make some steps going up. Stone and wood are collected sort of in a standard... you just pick them up automatically. Like, nothing you'll get. You can see some particle effects happening, but... It's not actually, you're not actually picking anything up, it's just kind of appearing in your inventory, which I kind of like, actually. Might be a bit of a nightmare later on when, you know, your inventory gets full. But for now, I quite like that idea. And as you can see, the terraforming actually does work pretty well, I think. There's a few glitches which you'll be able to see later on, no doubt. But for now, it looks pretty well. It looks pretty good, it works pretty well. And I think I'm out of here now. Yes, I am. Fantastic. Okay, so we've made it out of that hovel. That was a disaster. I'm almost going to fall down this hole again, but this just looks like a crater. But I think this is the only biome currently, if they are going to add more biomes. I'm not actually 100% on that. This is the only sort of landscape they have at the moment, this sort of foresty wooded landscape, which obviously looks superb. And this is very hilly, actually. I'm quite used to having lots of plains, and I haven't got any of those in this little playthrough, but that's fine. And yeah, so as I was saying about the popping these down, it works really well, actually. I really like it. It's just sort of, it's kind of voxely based, but it looks more natural than that. Look, that looks great, popping these down. And then you can obviously make it come out a little bit more and work out to do that like that. Just sort of, you know, make a little archway like this. And it all kind of looks quite natural and nice, and again, it's just looking like a penis. But, you know, I'm not deliberately, I promise. There we are, we'll just sort of I'll put that stone. But yeah, you can sort of make structures that look pretty decent, and I think definitely the community will be able to make some fantastic things out of this. It's not actually, doesn't seem to be a great deal of sort of community-made stuff on this game yet. Sort of, you know, screenshots and stuff like you see on other games of stuff that they've made. Whoa, goodbye tree. Okay, tree, come on. Phew. But hopefully, again, that's another thing, as it comes sort of more into the beta stage and out of early access, hopefully we'll get to see some more stuff that the community make, which is going to be jolly, jolly exciting. Okay, so I think that's enough on mining and resource collection generally. You can see we can pick up these sort of shrubs and stuff like that. I can't bother getting that, let's just go this way. Let's find a little place to settle. I think this will do for now. It's not the best place to settle, but it's going to have to do because time constraints on making a video and such like. So what we do is we go into our inventory, we go to crafting, and we first need to make lumber. So we'll make as much lumber as we can. And then we need to make some sticks. So I think you get 4 sticks for every piece of lumber, so we don't actually need that many sticks. Yeah, that's more than enough. And then we craft like that, once we've got our basic resources. And then we grab our... Where should we go? Let's have a little sprint. You can sprint, you can crouch, like so, and you can jump. It's part of your basic arsenal. Doesn't seem to be a stamina bar as yet, either. I can't really put this down anyway, because it's so hilly. Hello, Mr. Goat. I'm just trying to find a place to put my house. There we are, that'll do. Let's place our small shelter in here. There we are. Pop it down, and this is just the most basic of houses that you can build. Built right next to a little hole, so that's great. This is the most basic of houses you can build. And then we can craft standard workbench, of course, as you would expect in a game like this. So then this unlocks new crafting things. So if we press E or F, whichever you have it bound to. Look at that goat. Ooh, he's creepy, isn't he, that goat? I'm not sure I like that goat. God. Ooh. He's still there. He's still there. It's okay. So and then we can unlock. Ah! He's coming. No, he's not. So we can unlock more things like this. So we've got torches. We've got things like flashlights, and you'll notice that we haven't actually got any resource requirements, unfortunately, to craft this. So I can just craft that straight off like this. There we are. Just shine it on the goat to make sure he's not doing anything too horrible. So that's something that'll be added shortly. And we also need, what else do we need? So I can show you what we can build. We need an anvil, and we need a saw bench, and we need a block bench, which means we need a little bit more lumber. So I'll just knock down this tree here. And then I'll show you the building mechanic, which actually is quite innovative, and I'm quite impressed by that. So let's just knock this tree down. Let's sort of... Oh, okay. Sorry, Mr. Goat. Oh, sorry, Mr. Goat. I've taken a lump of blood out of Mr. Goat. Probably deserves him right for being such a weirdo. So let's just chop this to pieces. So yeah, it's for some reason, I'm not sure why, but trees take ages to hack apart, which is a little bit, can be a tiny bit tedious. This is sort of a reasonable amount of time, I think, for stone to get mined out. I think dirt's even quicker. Well, actually, I don't think it is actually saying that. But that seems reasonable, but it's the wood, I don't know. I think it's just because you've got the second stage of having to hack it apart. Kind of makes it a little, tiny bit tedious at the moment. So let's go into our resources, make some more lumber, there we are, perfect, and make one of the, I think it was a block bench we needed, wasn't it? So let's plop these down, I can show you these quickly. Then we'll show you the weapon system, and then we'll show you the building system, and that's kind of it for now in this game. I don't know where I'm going to put this, there, I'll have to do. That's a pillow in my house. That is going to have to go, God, this is like, do you ever play Bucking Bronco? So it's a bit like that, isn't it? Sort of bouncing things wherever we can without falling over. Not the best place to settle, but it's going to have to do. So, what have we got? We've got the anvil. Anvil is used to make iron sheets, which unfortunately can't mine iron yet, so you just make as many of those as you want. And it's also used to make the components, which again, nothing in for these yet, which is a bit of a shame, but it's unfortunate. And then we can use those heads, and we can go into our tools, and we can craft a scythe. We can craft some sort of weapon, like a battle axe, for example. I'll do. And then again, same sort of thing. I kind of don't want to kill this goat, so I'm just going to leave him for now. But just, you know, it's not really. It's just kind of the same as mining, apart from it'll just kill something in one hit instead of like 3. And then we've got the sickle, which is pretty cool. I quite like this actually. You hold down right click, and it'll, you know, I can't actually reach that, but look at it. It'll just sort of sweep away the grass. There we are. Like you can see, we're just sweeping away this long grass, so we can sort of make it a bit more habitable, our little area. If you've got lots of long grass growing, then you don't want that there. You know, you can sort of just chop it down like this. It's quite satisfying. I quite enjoy that. There we are. Beautiful. So yeah, that's the sickle and the axe. And obviously we've seen our torch work. It's quite a nice lighting effect. The game generally has quite nice lighting effects actually. You can see the sort of, I saw this earlier but I didn't mention it, there's sort of shafts of light coming through the trees over here. Let's see if there's a sunset going on up here. Look, there we are, perfect. You can still see them coming through. Look, it's got some particle effects going on. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. Which could be, I don't know how taxing this will be on people's machines. Mine's sort of fairly mid-end and it's running fine without fraps, so should be okay. Okay, so that's the weapons and everything, and this is the saw bench, and this is used to craft things like, well, tons of things. This is what you use basically to craft your inside of your house. You get some very bizarre things like a piano, which is kind of interesting, a working piano apparently. And then there's things that are a little bit more modern, like, let me find it, toilets, for example, or I don't know why that's called a lavatory. Because that's a sink, isn't it? Maybe English isn't their first language, I'm not sure. They're quite amusing, some of the, I quite like some of these descriptions though, some of them are quite amusing. But you can build kind of stuff that doesn't really seem to fit. I suppose the torch is a perfect example, a ceiling fan. And the torch that I built earlier are kind of perfect examples of this. Don't really seem to fit the mood that well of the world, but maybe they're not going for that, I don't know. This is a bit bizarre, but never mind. And then you use this to craft your sort of, you know, blocks. So let's find a block that we quite like the look of. Oh, I like that one there. So craft multiples like that. There we are. And we'll grab the block that we've just crafted, and then these are the more traditional sort of blocks. So these won't make these sort of mouldy, you know, sort of natural looking things as much. And these are just placed, right click, standard, you know, just it's like putting bricks down. But the best thing, you probably see at the bottom of the screen, hold left click, drag, then right click. Look at that. How cool is that? That is that's innovative, and I actually really, really like that. Saves a lot of time, a lot of effort, bit of clipping going on there. But I just think that's a really, really cool mechanic. Sort of build out that way. Oh, we don't have enough. Don't have enough. But yeah, I'm sure people could build some pretty cool structures. Obviously, this sort of video is not the best sort of video for showing things like this off, but I think that's the basic overview of where the game is at now, as night is starting to fall. So that's kind of scary, but it's kind of perfect timing. This shows off where the game is at now. It's a basic. There's ideas that are implemented in the game. Survival is going to obviously add to the game innumerably. And there's 3 other game modes. There's Stranded, Adventure, and Creative, I think it's called. And so, again, all these sort of things should add a lot of replayability. They seem to be adding things at a fairly rapid rate, and I really like the way this game's going. If you want to have a look at this game, check it out on Steam. It's called Rising World, and it's £10.99 English pounds sterling, probably about $15. And I kind of recommend that you do check it out if this is something you feel like you want to support. But I've been Jimmy Ward. I'm off to bed now in my horrible little ramshackle area of just crap. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Rising World, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it and want to see more stuff like it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.